Welcome back to Inverted Aviators RC. Today we're introducing the brand new UMX Viper 30mm EDF from EFlite, which is a crazy fun, tiny, and capable little jet. And it's got all the bells and whistles you want on such a tiny flyer, but unfortunately, we think it's missing something. Just like all of our other UMX planes, we want to add a little camera on top to get some crazy FPV views. But this time, let's do something a little different. And one thing I really like about this plane is this really nice, long, clear canopy, and I don't really want to go cutting into it. So if we just put our normal camera somewhere inside the canopy, it's going to involve poking a hole at the top and routing this thing in. So instead, we're going to split our Wolfwhoop WT03 camera right in half, put the camera inside the cockpit where the pilot is, and put the VTX somewhere out back so we won't obstruct this really nice canopy. So for starters, this little canopy section is a little bit different than all the other planes in that this whole part is plastic instead of foam. It's going to make it easier to cut out this little section where this pilot is, as you can see, because that's where we want our camera to go. So I'm going to start off by just chiseling out this little circle here and see how our camera fits in after I get that section out. After successfully removing the pilot from the canopy, I took a little extra time to really sand down and polish this hole that I cut so that it looks nice and smooth in our final result. And I should also mention, if you're curious on how we went from a full normal Wolfwhoop WT03 camera like this to the separated camera and VTX sections, which are completely separated and you can connect them with a longer wire, we do have a full video tutorial so you can check up here to see how to do that yourself, but it's pretty easy. Just cut them apart, add a little bit of conformal coating to keep everything protected, and you're good to go. Now the next step is going to be a little bit interesting. I want to reiterate that during this process, I don't want to cut out this top canopy at all. There is a little slot that if I slid an X-Acto knife along the edge and around the bottom, I could probably pop this whole clear section off and it would make it really easy to mount our camera and our VTX in this system. But I want to make this as clean and as smooth as possible, so I think our only way is to go up through this bottom. And so we have to mount our camera somewhere through the bottom here and up as high as possible so we get the best view over this little dashboard in the front. And this is where things get a little bit tricky. My first thought was just adding a couple pieces of double-sided tape on this backrest because that's how we mount this camera in every other one of our planes, a couple pieces of double-sided tape, and it stays nice in place. But as you can see, if we were sitting flat, this backrest is seated a little bit backwards so that our camera would always be tilted a little bit up, and that is not exactly what I want. Plus, if we use just adhesive, as it gets really cold out, the adhesive might fail or we might get a little bit of oscillations through the sponginess of the double-sided tape, so I'm not going to be using that for at least this example. So I had to turn to my 3D printer for a little bit of help. I printed off this little shim, which works really nicely for a couple different reasons. For one, it fits our camera in perfectly. And what I'm going to do here is take our canopy and we can slide this right up through the bottom and we can position our camera exactly where we want. As you can see from the front, we got our lens nice up and we get it flat. But once we get it in the exact right position, I can turn it upside down and then mark on the shim wherever it intersects with this plane, because that is where I'm going to print another little circle that'll cover this hole, and we'll have our camera seated exactly where we want, not only off the ground, but as high as we can and off this back seat rest, and we're also going to have this bottom part filled. And now that we got our mark on our shim, I can measure down from this bottom part right here, and then figure out how far I'm going to have to make this circle away from the ground, which looks like it's going to be about 4-ish millimeters. Maybe I'll make it about 5, and we will see how that goes. And after nailing this part on the first try with no reprints, we have our final mounting piece. You might be wondering, well, what does this all actually accomplish? Well, for starters, the camera perfectly fits in between this little clasp here, and it even allows us to have a little piece of double-sided tape on this back wall, which is just going to allow us to really secure everything in place. Then on the underside of our canopy, this is going to line right up against this flat plane and butt up against this front ridge, and exactly the same on the back. There is this flat and then a curve up, because in our canopy there is a flat and then a spot that it can go up. So this is going to allow our camera to not only lock into this clasp, but also lock into the plane. And then once I'm all done and get it all seated, I'm also going to add a piece of tape onto the bottom of this whole section to really secure it in, but it's all nice and flush and gonna secure our camera right where we want it. So then moving on to our next step, which is going to be installing this VTX. Now, unfortunately, we are gonna have to cut into this canopy a little bit. I want this entire system to be completely in this removable canopy section. I could probably put the VTX somewhere on the plane, but that would mean more wires going from this to the plane and back, and I want to keep it really simple. So I want to do a very similar thing I did with the camera. I have a hole in the bottom, and we're going to put our VTX right where the passenger would go. So I think it's going to be somewhere right around here, and I want just the antenna sticking out the top. All right, so as you can see, I went with the soldering iron poking through the top technique to try to make a little hole for this VTX. And I could have used just an X-Acto knife and cut out the top, but I figured that there was a chance that when I poke through, it might not shatter, but just go further than I want. It might be easier to just, poke it through and kind of paint around with the soldering iron like you saw. And I think it worked pretty well. There is a little thin film of probably some plastic coating or something that you also melt through. As you can see, the majority of it is still fine, but the back does allow for the VTX to fit in, and you can even weave the connector all the way through this little bottom port, which is how we're going to connect it up to the camera. So that's looking really good so far. We still have to actually secure this in place. So you can see the VTX does sit against this bottom part really nicely. And then I think I still want to print something that'll cover this hole up and kind of wrap around the antenna and then hold everything in place like that. So I think that's the direction I'm going to go in. All right, and after a little bit more development, we came up with a little chip here that is going to cover up the hole we just made with our soldering iron. And the idea is that this little channel in the middle is where the plastic from the canopy is going to go, with the top and bottom kind of locking it in. And then there's space for the antenna to stick through, so we can still have the antenna coming up, but the hole itself is covered. And so I went ahead and installed it into our canopy here. As you can see, the VTX is not only popping out the top, but it's also nice and secure in there. So this chip kind of keeps everything in place. On the bottom here, we can see we've got our camera and our VTX wire coming out. And all we have to do then is Y lead them together and connect them to power. That should be the system almost done. All right, so that's the easy part. All we had to do was connect red to red, black to black, and white to white. But next up, how are we going to connect these red and black wires to the plane to draw power? Because I don't want to use an external battery. Just like every other EFlite plane that we've added a camera to, the main controller board, which is an all-in-one receiver and ESC setup, has spare ports on the board, and thankfully we've got the right connectors for it. So these are new mini micro SH 3-pin and the WS010. We'll of course link these in the description because we use these in pretty much every plane. If we take one of these connectors, we'll be able to plug it into this port right here, the spare one, and see which of these wires output 5 volts and connect that to our current system. Alrighty, so I have very carefully taped down the black and the red wires so they do not touch, and I've also left the yellow wire out because I don't think it's going to be useful yet. But this is the first time we plug in this plane. I've got a 450 milliamp 4-cell battery, so a whole lot of punch, but we're going to plug in, use the multimeter to see what kind of output we got, and hopefully figure out what pins we need to solder to. So plugging in. Very cool. And then I'm going to touch black to black and red to red and see what we get as voltage output here. Just as I expected, it is -5 if I can actually get a good contact here. -5, and if we switch them around, we will get +5. So all that's saying is, just like every other plane we've done this setup with, red goes to black, black goes to red. If you're doing this mod yourself, make sure you know the wiring and test this before you do it. But in my case, red to black, black to red. We can also clip off this yellow wire because we're not going to be using it, but just again, remember, I tested this. So we've got red going to black and black going to red. It's this way because I tested it and I know that's what I need. So before just blindly following, make sure you do it yourself. But again, we will not be needing this yellow wire. So I'm going to twist these up and then throw them onto our plane. So we connected up our adapter to this port that we talked about before, and it goes to these 2 PWM outputs, and it doesn't matter which one goes to which, they're both just going to do the same thing. So I'm going to plug one into one and the other into the other one, You can do a quick sanity check before you plug anything in. Just by looking at the wiring outputs, for example, we can see that the black wire from the camera is going to the black wire, which is going to the red wire, which goes in, which we know that is correct. So this is our complete wiring. So once we got that, we can add our FPV screen and take a look. And with our FPV screen up and running, all I'm going to do is plug in and see what we got. There we go. That looks incredible. You got the nice dashboard in there. You got a still nice visibility up top. This thing looks really, really cool. And my favorite part is it draws power from the main battery. You don't need your own external battery. One less thing to charge, and you can just plug in and get going. But that looks super good. Now you can hopefully see right through our camera exactly what we'd see from the field during our maiden, which is going to be super exciting. It's going to be really fun. I love how you can kind of see the dashboard, but you get a nice view of everything around. And I would love to go flying right now, but unfortunately it is in the negative teens. So I'm going to unfortunately have to wait until next video to actually maiden this plane, which I'm bummed about because this looks incredible. It looks really cool. It's really lightweight. And everything just works really nicely together. And this is also the very first UMX FPV Viper content that I have seen on YouTube so far. So if you're liking this content, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you really like how things are going, feel free to become a member on YouTube. We really appreciate it. It really helps our channel. And it's a whole lot of fun. You get a whole lot of nice stuff with it. But this is Inverted Aviators RC with the UMX Viper, adding FPV into the cockpit. It's really slick, it's smooth, and it's easy. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and stick around for more UMX content like this.